Hey guys, Cell here, and welcome back to some more Nikke. Now, I literally just woke up, and obviously the polls are going, so I want to actually, vote on the first day. So, Scarlet, let's view your episodes, shall we? Sticking your neck out. Heed mine warnings, for I shall only utter this yet just once. If thou so much as move a finger, I shall ensure that this one, whom thou lovest so dearly, shuffles off this mortal coil. So, silence yourself and lend me thy ears. Whoa. At this juncture, a flashing blade looms before your neck. One false move in your head will take its leave from your shoulders. That's it. Now, everyone, steady thy hands. Wait, am I getting kidnapped? The elevator door opens. Commander! Oh-ho. The blade draws ever closer to your neck. You coward. Aha, what laudation. As I am held at a sword's point, as Scarlet takes a step backward and enters the elevator. Anyway, ladies, it hath been a pleasure making thy acquaintance. With that, the elevator doors close. At that moment, a sense of adrenaline washes over me. A week earlier. Good day, my good lord. Let's test a drink. Here? Now? Now, what spirits are available for imbibing this day? If possible, I prefer something stronger than what we had last time. Good grief. You seem to come here pretty often for a pilgrim. It hath been but 3 days since I was last hither. So whatever doth thou mean by often? I miss this place so much that I wash mine face with drops of sorrow during mine slumber. I'd bet you were drooling in your sleep at the thought of drinking. Oh-ho, what barbed wit. Wouldn't thou agree that it is nice to share a drink with friends? Sure, but I still say you're here way too often. Is there a problem, perchance? No, it's just that. How do I put this? It just seems that there's less mystique to the word pilgrim now. This is but a word, one conjured within thy imagination. I be a Nikke, thou art a Nikke, we are all Nikkes. Pilgrim is not but mere skimble-scamble, hence, why should we be classified this way when we are all growing older together? That's right. If you think about it, we've all been dealt the same rotten hand. Here, here. Food's ready. There's Splinterman with flavors like pizza, hamburger, and chocolate. So what are you craving for? Oh, aught is fine. But yet, serve me some spirits. I have brought along some things from the surface today. Did you really now? Let us see now. Scarlet starts rummaging through her pockets. Oh, here it is. With that, Scarlet pulls out a colorful fruit of some sort. A fruit? What is this? I doth believe fruit is its appellation. No, that can't be right. Aren't fruits usually squishy and come in a cup? That's right. That's fruit-flavored Splinterman. Alright. Since the ancient times, naught is better than having fruits when one drinks. So if thou shalt, please bring me out thy finest spirits. I'll bring some out, be right back. Oh yes, please. Droppy makes her way towards a certain direction. Wow, who knows when the last time I've seen a fresh fruit? Well, thou hast been good to me, so I pulled some strings to make this happen. In that case, let us drink and be merry today.
After saying so, this meeting with Scarlet goes on for a long time. 5 days ago.
Worthy fellow, wouldst thou care for some spirits?
Sure, come on.
The fish I caught today is positively delectable when grilled over a flame. Will we be having a campfire today?
With that, the meeting with Scarlet continues for a long time. 3 days ago. So what made her go off the deep end, put a sword to my neck, and take me up to the surface? Does she just want to get away with me? What's going on?
Worthy fellow, wouldst thou care for some spirits?
Oh boy.
I managed to get mine hands on some venison today. Grill 'em over a flame and thy taste buds shall sing. Return only after you're sober.
Be that as it may, the meeting with Scarlet lasts for a long time. 1 day ago.
Bring me some spirits.
Or is it the fact that we had no spirits to give her this time that she decided to, get drastic?
I fear I arrived with the empty-handed this day, but nevertheless, drink if thou would. Don't dally.
With that, the meeting with Scarlet continues for a long time. On this day...
My liver moves as though I be at perpetual Wink's door. Are you up? You're a real lightweight. Why do you still drink when you can't even hold your liquor? I am an adult, that's why. If mine belly doth not taste spirits, painful memories shall be whirling around mine mind. Jeez. This is not good. Noun, worthy lady. Yes? Wouldst thou be interested in seeing a rainbow? A rainbow where?
Oh. Yep, I was about to say, would you like to see a rainbow? Oh, where? Throwing up.
From mine mouth, of course. Such...
How the hell do you say that? Variegate.
Variegated.
Variegated. Alright. Yeah.
Such variegated hues are something splendid sight, of that I warrant thou.
Oh man, didn't think I'd see a word I couldn't say. Oh wait, that's all the time.
Well, show me. Very well. Just one moment. Do it outside.
What are you worried about? Do you want to see a rainbow too, Poppy?
Well, a little bit.
Uneasy.
Yes, at the end of the day, Scarlet is still a pilgrim. An unknown existence that's of significant research value. That's why her frequent visits to the Outpost may pose a problem.
What's the problem here?
For instance, the central government may find it suspicious and come barging in.
Well. They wanted to take her into custody. Then she used me as, a shield. But she also wanted to get away with me, so yeah. The door slams open and innumerable people come pouring in.
What? Huh? So she really is here. Come on, everyone. Prepare to engage. We've got a lock on the pilgrim. Wait, what? What do you guys think you're doing? Hey, what's the big idea of barging in here and causing a scene? We received reports of a pilgrim regularly spotted at the Outpost. We were initially skeptical, but I didn't expect it to be true. Now tell me, what exactly is going on here? You're not actually sheltering a pilgrim at the Outpost, are you? Pilgrims are essential assets. If you're found to be concealing or cooperating with them in any way,
I mean, Anderson knows I am.
you won't go unpunished. Oh, everyone, keep where thou art.
Scarlet brandishes her sword and holds it to your neck. Yep.
I suggest thou make way. I'd hate having to kill this one. What are you doing? I am only hither to relieve them of their spirits. The last thing I want is to be dragged into a mix-up like this. Now move, or this one's life ends hither. Never assume I speak in jest.
The sword inches closer.
Make way. Let her go. That's more like it.
And here we are back at the same moment. At this moment. The elevator doors open, revealing a view of the surface.
My apologies.
It's alright. Up, someone's calling me a blah blah, or messaging me.
I've checked the coordinates. Ready to go up whenever you are ready.
What about the central government?
They saw the commander kidnapped right in front of their eyes. I do not believe there is any doubt in their minds.
Okay.
I'll be right up. Wait here and don't cry. What did she say?
She'll be right up as soon as she's ready.
Well, that's a relief. Allow me to apologize once more, for I was out of line. It hath been many moons since I has last met anyone I share drink with. I has forgotten entirely of the situation I am currently in.
That's alright, we've had fun as well. It's our fault for letting our guards down.
Gramercy, my lord, for saying that. Fortunately, I was able to make contact with my lord's colleagues. Hearing that they shall be up soon makes me self feel as though a weight hath been lifted. Alright then. To stand hither and dally in the meantime seems something wasteful. So shalt thou offer me a helping hand?
I thought you were gonna spew a rainbow. What happened? Did the heat of the moment make your rainbow disappear?
Thou shalt be, of course, handsomely compensated, I assure thou. Thou art unable to make heads or tails of what I speak of, no. What use would it be for me to repeat my words 100 times? Come, follow me. There, look ahead. What doth thine eye see?
I can see raptures.
Well, well, I suppose thou shouldst see thy foe first, since thou hast done battle with so many raptures. The raptures have no import. Take a look at thy surroundings.
The cows?
Oh, so thou art familiar with our bovine brethren. Thou truly art smarter than the average underground simpleton. Correct. Those cows are what we're after.
Are you in need of milk? Are you in need of meat? I mean...
Thou shalt know in due time. So, my lord, please lure those raptures away henceforth.
Wait, what? Look, I'm not in Eden, alright? I can't do this.
Haven't I told thou earlier? We want those cows. Slaying a rapture is the most minute of trivialities. Yet shouldst the cows perish in the struggle, nay, that shall not doth. For that reason I require thou to lure him far away, my lord.
Raptures have long-range weapons.
Yes, indeed they doth. Alas, I won't have 'em use it on thou. After all, a human at their most swift can never dream of outrunning a rapture at hunt. Whenever a human is spotted, they shall rush in and try to capture their prey alive, keeping it as intact as possible. So long as a human doth not display any signs of aggression, the raptures shall respond in kind. Well, relatively speaking. Why doth thou regard this so? In many ways, they regard humans as the most valuable assets. On the contrary, shouldst they lay eyes upon a Nikke such as myself, they shall not hesitate to pounce. As such, I would haste an urge to whip out all mine weaponry to destroy it. Thus, thou shouldst be able to understand mine hesitation to step out. At this rate, our bovine brethren would almost certainly perish in the crossfire. Let this all ring true to thee. If so, then move.
Let's give it a try first.
Lovely. Just what I want to hear. Now allow us to make haste.
I'll run. With that, you run with all your might. As expected, the raptors have detected your sudden movements. From behind you, a cacophony of vibrations and deafening noises resound. The raptors begin to follow you. Nervousness and fatigue soon set in, making you short of breath. Much to your astonishment, the vibration and sounds are closing in.
This shall suffice.
All of a sudden, dead silence settles over you. Turning back, you spot Scarlet standing before the motionless raptors. You've eliminated them.
Hast I not told thou, felling of raptures, but a trifle? Alas, for an explosion to occur, that shall be quite the thorn in mine side. That is why I had to dispose of them quietly. Though it may not be mine way of doing things.
Why would have known that... What? Why would have known that you'd use your... okay, this is messing with my head more so than it probably should. Why would have known that you'd use a sword to eliminate raptors?
I suppose so. The guidelines dictate that raptors are to be dealt with mid-range weaponry. Why doth thou regard this as so? Perhaps they are still unenlightened. None knows how raptors fare up close. In days past, a melee squad was sent out to ascertain more about this, yet it turned out to be a fruitless attempt. They were all wiped out entirely before they could figure out much of anything. Except for one Nikke.
So you're...
It's all ancient history. Nothing more than a faded remembrance. I know not what became of the project in the years that followed, yet seeing how the other Nikkes all use firearms. It seems they hath concluded that close quarters combat is ineffective against raptors.
And yet you're basically the highest damage dealing Nikke in the game? I mean, Modernia's up there, and I've seen a really cracked Alice as well, but... Has anyone actually outbeaten you yet in terms of damage when you're fully built? I'm not sure.
Now I am unfettered from mine former restraints, and for that many thanks.
Unfettered?
Raptors are evolving. They are evolving in response to the weaponry used against them. If thou compare current raptor weaponry with that of the past, thou shalt find that they hath made incredible strides. In contrast, there has been no development made in close quarters weaponry whatsoever. As for me, I shall continue doing what I always has done.
Even so, wielding a sword seems rather dangerous.
An astute observation. Between guns and swords, none can determine which one poses a higher risk. Nevertheless, I am partial to the blade. Because it's a promise, no. Is it a curse?
Now
that we have rid ourselves of these obstructions, allow us to make our way to the cows.
The cows are grazing leisurely in the distance. What should I do now?
It is most simple. Gather all these cows'
these cow muck. What? Wait, what? Gather all these cow muck. Oh, okay.
My apologies, was I too forward in my speech? All thou has to do is gather all these manure.
So you want me to pick up shit? Wait, no. Why?
Waste not, want not. All things in nature hath a purpose. Now still thy tongue and doth as I say. Doeth as I say. Let me see, we shall use this wooden board. And I shall be on the lookout for raptures.
Why can't I be on lookout?
Come on, tell me, how sharp are they eyes? Doth they hath an optical zoom function perchance? What about thermal vision? I take it that thou hast answered in the negative. Then let us get moving.
30 minutes later. Most impressive, though thou hast quite a mountain of manure hither. The smell is not as ghastly as you expected it to be.
Now then, bear this in thy arms.
Out of nowhere, Scarlet drags over a wooden wagon.
Load 'em all onto this and come with me. I shall be on the lookout for raptures.
Yes, my lady. 30 minutes later, you follow Scarlet while pulling the wagon. With one hand, Scarlet helps to pull the wagon, lightening the load. Scarlet's whistling resonates to your ears. A gentle breeze blows onto your sweaty face, for which you feel the cool embrace against your cheek.
The wind. What say thou of the wind?
It's nice and cool. It's refreshing.
So doth the wind of the surface blow. Hence enjoy 'em to the fullest.
I shall?
Steady now. Lift it up like how thou would scoop something up. Yes, that's it. Do not be shaken by any sudden noises it may let out.
Ugh.
Oh, it seems to has calmed down. Now let it frolic around.
The tiny frog on your palm starts to croak.
What doth thou think? Is it not adorable?
It's rather scary. Sure, yes it is.
Naught pleases me more than coming hither. To see this little creature jump to and fro fills me with joy.
The frog leaps from your palm and lands on your arm. You feel a slight shift in the weight of its soft and moist body.
It seems to has taken a liking to thee.
After spreading the cow manure on the flat ground, Scarlet grabs your hand and takes you to a nearby creek. You give yourself a quick rinse, then relax by the creek bed.
Do not avert thine eyes. Once thou return underground, thou shalt only see such precious life on a screen. I suppose the same could be said of that up on the surface.
The frog resting on your arm takes another leap, throwing itself into the creek. Oh.
Seems like it is done playing. Now that we are well rested, let us make our way back. Oh yes, ere that.
With a flick of her hand, Scarlet tosses something to you. It is an apple.
Eat it. One must eat well after such physical activity. Be sure to wash thy hands first. That was a poisonous frog. Shouldst thou ingest any of it or allow it to get into thy eyes, thou shalt be in a world of hurt.
Gee, thanks for letting me touch a poisonous frog. After washing your hands, you take a bite of the apple. As you savor the taste, you find that it is nothing like you have ever tasted before.
Thou hast worked hard today, my lord. So how about thou getting some rest first? Though it might not seem like much yonder, There should be enough room for thou to lie down.
Have you set up camp?
Not necessarily an encampment. It is more like a place to lay mine head whenever I'm in the vicinity. I suppose thou could consider it a kind of temporary abode. Simple accommodation, something of that sort. In any case, get some rest now. I has things which require my attention.
With a shovel, Scarlet begins to rummage through the cow manure the both of you spread out earlier. Upon closer inspection, thou discovered a mixture of sawdust and bits of vegetation. With the shovel, Scarlet incorporates them more evenly before covering the mixture with straw. What are you doing?
Shuts the fermentation here smoothly.
Polly definitely said that wrong.
They shall become compost. After all, the one can never farm without it.
Farming?
Yes.
Your eyes survey the vicinity once more. Well prepared and flat ground. Mounds of dirt spaced out evenly. A small seedling emerges through the soil. You're actually farming?
Yes, hast thou merely not just noticed? Nevertheless, I suppose actual farming is far from what thou see on a screen. Be that as it may, this is but a babbling dalliance of mine.
Aren't pilgrims supposed to be drifters?
Thou speak the truth, for I never remain in one place for long. I am very much still a drifter on this surface. Wherever my feet endures me, I shall build a small vegetable garden like this.
With that, Scarlet grabs the hoe and starts tilling the soil.
Farming requires diligence. I am sure thou understand how I am unable to linger in a place for too long. Despite my efforts, I know not when and shall I return to this place once more.
Yet you've been coming to the outpost basically every 3 days. But why? Silently, Scarlet swings her hoe. A series of sounds, the soil being tilled and the hoe hitting the stones, reverberates across the area.
Mine actions are only so to prove one thing.
Which is?
These croplands I has built are to commemorate the places on the surface that mine comrade and I hast reclaimed. What? I has been through too much, and mine remembrance hath begun to fade. Rapunzel once mentioned several places that we reclaimed. Places where we risked our lives to reclaim. I long for them to be brimming with life once more. Therewithal, I must prove that our efforts were not in vain. Human or other gates, I yearn to see him be filled with life.
With that in mind, Scarlet stops and stares off into the distance.
Do thou still recall the things we had seen on the surface?
Cows, frogs, creeks, croplands.
Come tell me thy thoughts on them.
They're beautiful.
So it is. A land bereft of humankind is truly the most beautiful sight. Yet life goes on. Even with the absence of humanity, life still goes on. Even so, the raptors has not laid waste to this planet. They never laid a finger on the cows, the creeks, or the croplands. All that the raptors seek to destroy are only humans. Yet it is through humanity's hands that all things created. In doing so, they hath created a world more beautiful than anything else. Allow me to ask thou something, my lord. Doth thou reckon that humans are beneficial to this world?
Not really.
What a dreadful commander thou art. Thou should hast bellowed to the heavens that humans are the rightful rulers of this world. If this was made known to anyone from the central government, they would have shot me on sight.
Scarlet, you can't be.
Ah, fret not, my lord. Mine will is as steadfast as mine blade. I shall eradicate the raptures on behalf of humanity and reclaim this land. This shall remain forever true as mine will is unbending. It's just that. These flights of fancy come to me as I tend to mine croplands. The wind blows softly against mine brow as I savor the fruits I have sown in the sun while soaking mine feet in the creek. Well, just regard me as a mere scammer. I a blinking fool whom hath nothing but time, or rather all too much of it.
Sure.
I seem to have gone on for far too long today. I am as sober as a judge, and yet I spew out this drivel. I immensely enjoy spending time with thou, my lord, so much so that my liver feels intoxicated without imbibing a drop of spirits. Get some rest. Once we are done with hither, we shall dine on a roasted corn tonight.
The next day.
Didst the girls mention when they shall be arriving?
Tomorrow morning.
That means we have some time to spare. Let me see, the cropland has been tilled and the compost is ready as well. I have also prepared sufficient food for the next few days. There's not left that needs to be dealt with. I suppose a touch of the devil's brew wouldn't hurt.
Right now?
As the saying goes, shouldst thou find yourself in a position of indolence, then by all means busy yourself with spirits. Now that we are short of tasks, we shall keep ourselves busy with the bottle. But ere that, there is something we must do. Whatever is gone out to be... What is gone ought to be replaced.
I literally can't read.
In other words, we ought to craft the very drink we are to imbibe. Other gates, we may find ourselves at the bottom of the bottle without a single drop in sight.
How do we brew spirits?
Well, there's more than one way to skin a cat. Personally, I am most partial to methods that are the simplest and most expedient. Hath the word honey, wine, ever fallen upon thy ears perchance? As the name suggests, all thou require to brew honey wine is honey. And we can procure honey from beehives. Much like everyone else, bees do not take kindly to those intruding upon their homestead. So be sure to keep thy wits about thou and avoid their stingers.
After putting on the cloth Scarlet hands you, you gradually make your way closer to the beehive. With an object that appears to be makeshift, torch made of rolled up leaves in your hands. It is emitting a large plume of smoke. At the same time, the bees buzzes around. However, the smoke irritates thy eyes and impairs thy vision.
Mind thy apparel, thou ox. Shouldst the bees slip in, thou shalt be stung for sure. Hast thou ever experienced the displeasure of a bee's sting, my lord?
Yes, I have. Not that I recall.
All the more reason not to experience it the first time. Many whom has been stung perish.
It can kill me?
Yes, that is indeed so.
That is a lie. Well, certain stings can't kill you. Other ones possibly could.
What, didst thou think they would let thou take away their property without putting up a fight?
Shouldn't it be safer if you did it?
I would not encounter much resistance by doing it myself. Not even their stings can stop me. But where's the fun in that? No, this task ought to fall on thy shoulders, my lord. To thrive towards the surface, one has to first learn how to survive. It is impossible for an apex predator to exist on the surface. Even those at the top of the food chain shall cease to exist should they fail to learn.
I understand.
Alright, now take it slow, but never waver. cast them out with the smoke, then claim the beehive for thy own.
You extend your hands out swiftly. No, you do it slowly. Swiftly you did.
Quickly now, we do not test all night.
Uh-huh. If you want it to be quickly, how about you do it? Mustering all your courage, you extend your hands out. In a split second, you exert a little too much force, knocking the beehive a little too hard.
Blimey.
Oh god. Did they have to add the sound effect? In the space of a few moments, a massive swarm of bees pours out of the beehive. Before you know it, they come rushing at you.
Keep still.
The area resonates with a loud cracking sound. By the time you open your eyes, it dawns on you that the swarm has vanished.
It did not have to end this way.
Are they all dead? Damn, she used her sword and killed every last one of them.
Well, I could not have given up on thou, now could I, my lord? Even though it pains me to have done so, mine hands are tied at the very least. We are able to retrieve the beehive, so gramercy for that.
Yes, but if you had done it instead of trying to get your kicks out of me doing it, the bees wouldn't have had to die.
Come, let us head back. Let me see.
With her blade, Scarlet removes a piece from the beehive and hands it over to you. With that, a golden liquid flows out of the densely packed hexagons.
Pop the entire thing into thy mouth and chew. Honeycombs are a good source of sustenance, although it goes in far easier than it comes out.
Even so, you place the piece Scarlet handed you earlier into your mouth and unhurriedly chewed on it.
What dost thou think?
This.
It should be a far cry from the artificial sweetness created in the ark. Forget not the bees that lead their lives this day, and savor this flavor well. Let it wash over thou. I am merely saying it in jest, so do not take it to heart. It is only natural for the strong to take from the weak. Since the bees were far weaker than us, they met their inevitable demise. That is the way of the world, so there is no sin in it.
Do you feel the same way about humans and raptures?
That I doeth.
Scarlet.
Doth thou intend on doing something about it? Stop gazing upon me in such a manner. Mine duties at hand are set in stone, as I hast mentioned before. Eradicating all raptures and assisting mankind in reclaiming the surface.
Won't you be violating the laws of nature?
I beg your pardon. Doeth that make any sense? Doth that make any sense? Yet I suppose thou art right to ask that. Alas, it is indeed a gladsome matter. Ponder over this. Little didst anyone know, an insignificant insect to whom we never gave a second thought. Something that can be slain with a brandish of the blade. Shall one day topple humans from the top of the food chain. A rather ironic and amusing anecdote, is it not?
Kind of. Clear liquid sloshes around in a glass.
Come satisfy mine curiosity. What are thy opinions of the honey wine we brewed on the surface? This was made some time back, so it should be ready now. Do you not fancy it?
I think it tastes like honey.
I too hast had the same thoughts at the beginning. After all, I hast ingested far worse brews in my days. It was only to learn how to brew it myself as I journeyed to thy establishment, to drink so often. Unbeknownst to us, we have arrived in this predicament. For that I apologize once more.
No worries, it's only thanks to you that I could experience something fun.
That is wonderful. Go on then, empty thy glass. We have much time until sunrise and much more wine still to imbibe. After all, there is no mission we are beholden to. What better time to just enjoy this juncture?
3 hours later. Oh god. Art thou in good health?
What a question, fear not. I am in good health.
There is something I'd like to ask you.
What wouldst thou like to ask of me?
Would you marry me? That Drake part was still funny. Do you ever intend on returning to the Ark?
Nay, I adore this place. Look around. The blowing wind, the flowing creeks, and the rising of the sun and moon. The insects and animals are in subsistence, while the fruits and crops are in growth. Close thy eyes. Listen to the rustling of the leaves in the wind and the billowing creeks, the chirping of the grasshoppers and the bird's song in the air. Take in the wafts of scents, the odors of soil, grass, and rotting leaves. What could possibly cause myself to crave for this embarrassment of riches? Aye, there's those churlish knaves we call raptures, but for me they are a mere trifle and not of great concern. Thus the surface is mine Elysium, mine kingdom come. So there is no point in attempting to sway me with honeyed words.
I'm happy.
How so?
I'm always happy whenever you come over.
I feel very much the same. Even so, each of us has the place that suits us best. We each may have enjoyed our time in the other's world, but in time that fondness will sour. Alright then, enough of these dour words. Drink to thy heart's content.
2 hours later.
It seems that thou art not the loggerhead I had pegged thou for at the start. Could it be that thou wert sent to the surface as soon as thou were commissioned?
It's tough. It's quite alright.
My. Thou sure art a fascinating creature, my lord. Regardless of how weak thou may appear, thou possess an inner strength that is most admirable.
2 hours later.
Say to me, my lord, how doth thou regard of thy days spent up on the surface? I reckon thou hast taken to it quite well.
So long as thou look after me, art thou immersed in loneliness?
Oh, doth thou reckon that I am not up to the task, my lord? Well, forget the words I hast uttered. Cast them out of thy mind.
It seems like I must have passed out at some point. Scarlet's whistling resonates to your ears.
Hast thou awakened?
I can't tell if I'm awake or not.
Rest now and return to your slumber. Hast undergone innumerable trials in an unfamiliar land, and now hast a belly full of spirits. Thou ought to have succumbed with weariness.
You take a seat next to Scarlet.
Please set some distance between us.
Huh? Why?
Accidents are inevitable when a man and a woman imbibe the devil's brew and draw close to one another.
You call it an accident, I call it a happy-go-lucky time. You sure you don't want to, have fun? Wow. So I can either distance myself, I almost just accidentally hit the button for it, or sit closer to her. Obviously.
Whatever floats thy boat. Lean on mine shoulder and sober up. How doth thou find the surface?
It's rough going. I've had a great time here.
Doth thou reckon so? Well, let it not fade from thy remembrance once thou return to the Ark. Never forget hither.
Oh, you can let me have a night I'll never forget up on the surface. Wink, wink. Nor those who
wander its lands, fighting to help the humans reclaim it. Oh, hath he fallen into a slumber? Rest well, my lord, for thou shalt return to thy everyday life on the morrow. Whether thou enjoyed thy time hither or not is of no importance, as I merely hope that this shall forever remain in thy remembrance, and influence the choices thou shalt make in the distant future. I hast made up my mind, so I wonder how thou shalt decide.
Oh, geez, that's bright. A cacophony of birds chirping assails your ears.
Durr. Man, durr.
Rompy's deafening voice rings in your ear.
You're finally up. Master, are you okay?
Where?
Meeting up at the rendezvous point complete. Now, we need to conduct a physical and mental examination on you.
Oh boy. What about Scarlet?
I didn't see anyone else there. But all the nearby raptures were eliminated. It's most likely her handiwork. I think so too. I think that person's the only one who can slice through them in like butter. You reek of alcohol, Commander. How much did you drink?
Enough to pass out.
But I'll be honest, come look at this. A box. Whoa, what's this? Meat, fruits, vegetables, and even alcohol. How much money we'd earned if we were to sell this?
No, we can't sell that.
What?
It's a gift from the surface.
Are you still drunk?
No.
Physical and mental examinations complete. No abnormalities. You seem to have gained some weight. Wow, you're getting a little round in the middle there.
Oh boy.
Can you move, Commander?
Yes.
Let's head back then.
Alright, let's go home.
Roger.
So essentially they just said I basically am getting fat. So Scarlet was fattening me up. For what? Who knows? Either way, yes, that was a fun take on her story. I mean, she's not wrong about how, raptors aren't destroying the planet. They're leaving everything else alone and only basically want to kill humans. Except us, for whatever reason. I'm still on the fence about that. Because, Chatterbox trying to take us somewhere. Yeah. I'm still wondering if my theory was correct or not. I'd like it if it was. Then I could say that I called it. But who knows? Maybe eventually we'll run into the Rapture Queen. Queen of the Raptures. That'd be an interesting time indeed. To see if she is who I think she is. Now, I have enjoyed the story for Modernia, Drake, and Scarlet. But none of them compare to my girl right here. Like, I liked her story. I like who she is as a character. She's just way more fun to be around. Well, was fun to be around. But yeah, I just like her character more. Now, albeit, yes, when we last saw her, she had the mental age of, what? A 10 to 12-year-old? A teenager somewhere?
こんな風にじっとしているのが好きなんです。仕切
But if we actually go back and run into her again, because that was like what, 15 to 17 days around there, and she had already gotten to that age range. If we run into her again, with her being with the pilgrims and whatnot, her mental age is probably going to be that of our age or older, with the way she develops that fast. Though then again, you know, Snow White did say that, you know, she was still wearing her underwear on the outside. But either way, when we run into her again, she probably will be the mental age of an adult at that point. I'm very curious to know how she'll act when she is. It'll be very fun. She was fun. And then we have Scarlet, who is fun to be around. She's literally a drunkard. She cares about the surface, the environment, the beauty of the scenery. Again, she's fine and all, but not everyone has a Scarlet. But a lot of people possibly could have a Modernia, seeing as how, you know, if they played during her banner, they could have pulled for her. And not necessarily everyone has Drake either. It took me a long time to get Drake. So yeah, either way. I'm assuming that's her Bond 10. Yeah, I'm assuming her signature part is Bond 10. Okay, yeah, I'm assuming that her Bond 10 is literally the signature part. I don't remember Scarlet's, but that might have been her Bond 10 right there. I don't know which one's her Bond 10 conversation. And then, obviously, our girl right here. This is her Bond 10. I swear that that's her Bond 10, saying that she likes this way more than Rapi, Anis, and Neon. So either way, we've done all three girls now. Now it's time to vote. I've done all three. No one has swayed me more than my girl still right here. I'm sorry, it's just, I prefer her way over them completely. Okay. And here's the current tally of, you know, who's winning. Obviously, Modernia's winning. Followed by Scarlet. Then Alice. Rapunzel. Anis. Then Drake, Snow White, Rita, and Viper. It's updated every day at 6 UTC plus 9. Votes. Message from Mustang. Bienvenue, commanders. You have 5 votes every day to vote for the Nikke who make your heart race. Remember that you can cast more than 1 vote for each Nikke. Vote right now. Now here's the problem. Last time they did this streaming, like the stream drops and whatnot, I never got my rewards for the stream drops. So I'm probably not gonna get my rewards for this either, to be honest. So popularity vote. Hey. Hey man, I like her. She's currently still my favorite Nikke. Now, in terms of the hottest Nikke, I still think that is Yan. But for my favorite personality-wise character, that's just fun to be with and I use a lot, it's obviously Madonia, so. Confirm. Congratulations, you have voted. Share the Nikkes you picked with your friends. Get one ordinary crew voucher when you share for the first time. Okay, so I needed to crop out, you know, the bottom half of the one tweet. I'm probably gonna also have to instantly close out of this, but hey, my Doki Doki Choice half-year tweets. Okay, I tweeted. Am I gonna get my summon ticket? No, because for whatever reason, I didn't get the streaming rewards one for the drops, so yeah. Today's special vote, favorite NPC. There she is. My favorite NPC is Nero. Please make her an actual summonable character. Please. Confirm. Please. Look, Adi's nice and all. Oh look, it's the mysterious girl. But yeah, no, Nero, all day, every day. Please make her an actual character I can summon for. Please. Support Zone, push your project's work to show on your Twitter. A lot of decent images. So yeah. Madonia gang, rise up. Okay. So now, obviously speaking. Wait, what? It actually gave it to me? Okay, how the hell did I get my rewards now, but when I did the Twitch drops, I did not get my rewards? I'm still annoyed by that. But hey, at least we got them. Commanders, thanks. Please check your first vote reward from the voting event. Thank you for that. Commanders, please check it for voting. Yeah. So this is for voting for Madonia, and this is for voting for the NPC, which my favorite, obviously, that I want to become a non-NPC, an actual playable character, is Nero. I'll take those. Thank you very much. Alright, so I've cast my votes. You guys know who I chose out of the 3 stories I've witnessed. Madonia is still my favorite character to play with, obviously. And just her story in general was very interesting to me. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next one. So until then, I will see you guys later.